I never misfiled anything! Not once, not one time! I'll get burned. I'll get burned! I'll get burned! I'll get burned! Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? No, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Ah! How could you not think of those lines when a new Nicolas Cage movie comes out? Jason Jensen, and today I am reviewing The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, directed by Tom Gormikan and stars Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal, Neil Patrick Harris, and Tiffiney Haddish. It is about Nic Cage as himself trying to get himself into more roles just to boost up his career, because his career hasn't taken him to the best places in recent years. But then Neil Patrick Harris decides to give him an offer to go to this wealthy man's birthday party played by Pascal, because not only is he a huge fan of his, but it's also because he has a good movie idea that could get Cage interested. But then things take a turn when two CIA operatives, played by Tiffiney Haddish and Ike Barinholtz, decide to recruit Cage to take down Pascal because he's been committed for a crime, while Cage also finds himself channeling his iconic roles to save both himself and his loved ones. Nicolas Cage is one of those actors that really likes to go over the top in his films, and I like seeing that because it's fun for me to see him go crazy and scream in films that he's in. It's even more entertaining when he's in an unintentionally bad movie like Vampire's Kiss and The Wicker Man, which are both movies that are so bad they're hilarious. He's also given some performances that I actually thought he was good in, like in Leaving Las Vegas and the very underrated The Weatherman, and so far he's been getting kind of a resurgence with movies like Pig, and also with films like Mandy and Color Out of Space. And this film is definitely part of his resurgence. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. What I liked about this film is how unconventional it is. It's very different. Like, you see how Cage is struggling to get back on his feet, and when he finds out about Pascal and his movie idea, he does learn more about it, and he does slowly grow fond of him throughout the film, which is why you start to see Cage in the film start to feel conflicted about what he has to do. And also, he is a big fan of Cage's films like Face Off and Con Air. And since this is in the trailers, he does have Nic Cage memorabilia in his mansion. You also have the CIA subplot when these two CIA agents are trying to convince Cage that Pascal is a criminal. You do start to see that conflict inside him while he's battling his somewhat inner demons. Both Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal have wonderful chemistry. And the last I read, Pedro Pascal is actually a huge fan of Cage in real life, and it truly shows. Most of this movie is just them trying to come up with new ideas for films and what they would want to do with this movie idea that Cage is interested in. And they just want to have fun with what they want to do, which also leads to so many hilarious moments with one scene. I'm not going to say what happens. All I'll say is it involves two different people that they notice. Now, when I first watched the trailers for this film and it had characters constantly referencing Nic Cage's famous lines and the films that he's known for being in, I thought this movie was just going to be a non-stop Nic Cage fest where there's a lot of references from him in his movies that don't have a purpose in the story and would feel pointless for the movie. But gratefully, it does have a point in the film, and it has a good balance of using it. That being said, there is one subplot in this movie involving Nic Cage's family that it's not bad, it's just not as compelling or as interesting as the chemistry between Cage and Pascal. It's really just there to give more of an emotional pull for Cage in the film, and it's not in the movie that much, but for me, that is probably the weakest part in the film. However, the way that subplot ends, I thought was actually touching in a weird and strange way. This is definitely worth a watch if you're a fan of Nicolas Cage in his films, whether they're good or not. And the best compliment I can give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is that it's different. It feels original. It feels like something we haven't seen in a movie before until recently, and I kind of want to see more of. I'm going to give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent an A-. So, if you have seen The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, what did you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, this is the first part where I'm reviewing late films that have already come out a few months ago this year, so those reviews are going to happen. I'm still going to review new films that either came out a week ago or 2 days ago, but there are also going to be some times where I'm going to have to review some late ones just to catch up. And if you have any recommendations for me to watch, then also let me know in the comments below. And if you like this, please click down here and leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. To some moments that... Hey, well, you come to mess around while I'm working? At least now I'm introducing you to my channel. Alright, you can go down now. It's not in the movie that much, but for me, that's... Really? I was just getting there and then you interrupted me again. Don't worry, Bean, I'll pay